Hey everyone, Ryan Zook here with Aaron McMahon at Michigan Stadium. Wolverines just dropped their 6th straight to Ohio State, 31-20. They led 14-0 early, 20-14 in the third quarter, and let things slip away there.
Yeah, I think this was the difference in talent, and I think Michigan's lack of depth. Keep in mind they're still young. It's something we've been harping on and preaching all season long. I think it just caught up to them in this game. They jump out to the 14-0 lead. They looked good in the first quarter, but after that, I think you saw Ohio State just tick up the offensive firepower after that. And this is a team that ranks #1 in the Big Ten in most offensive categories. Michigan's defense did a decent job for the most part. They just had too many mistakes, too many errors, and then that's what caught up to them.
And then JT Barrett gets hurt.
Yeah.
Backup quarterback Dwayne Haskins comes in and leads Ohio State down on a touchdown drive. They take the lead, and then on their next possession, they go up 24-20 on a field goal, and then John O'Korn just couldn't lead the Wolverines back.
No, they didn't have an answer for Haskins. It was interesting to watch. He was able to move in the pocket and get free and make plays, and that's kind of what helps Ohio State win the game. For the most part, Michigan did a good job of containing Ohio State at the line of scrimmage. They gave up some bigger plays, again, as we've seen all season long, and it ended up being their undoing.
And yeah, no Brandon Peters today. He was never cleared concussion protocol. Wilton Spate wasn't ready. So they go with John O'Korn, and I mean, he didn't turn the ball over until the last 3 minutes, and then that interception late kind of really derailed their chances of coming back. But I mean, still looked uncomfortable, overthrew guys left and right in the first quarter, and just didn't look comfortable in the pocket all game long.
No, I mean, keep in mind, it's the first time he started now in over a month. We found out after the game that he was in fact informed on Monday that he was going to start. Brandon Peters didn't practice at all week long. Still going through the concussion protocol. He still hasn't been cleared. He's still showing symptoms of concussion. So he's out for the foreseeable future. I'm assuming they get him back for the ball game. They had no shot with him on Saturday. Wilton Spate was unavailable, so they had to go to O'Korn. Like you mentioned, he struggled early on, overthrew some receivers. I thought he settled in relatively well. You know, after the game, it was fascinating because he broke down crying, kind of blamed himself, not only for the loss, but Michigan's struggles against Ohio State here in the last 4 or 5 years. I didn't think it was all his fault. You know, he struggled at times. The offensive line did allow 5 sacks. He did make mistakes, but this was a team game. They lost this game as a team.
Yeah, bottom line, finishing the year 8-4, 5-4 in the Big Ten. Not really good enough if you're Jim Harbaugh and the Wolverines, I'm sure, in most Michigan fans' minds.
No, 1-5 now against Ohio State and Michigan State. Not the record I think you want. You know, obviously he doesn't want. I think Michigan falls just below expectations this season. Like I said, most people had this team going 9-3. I think the loss to Michigan State early in the season hurt them. That was a game they should have won and probably could have won. I think when they look back on this season, I think there's some good things to take out of this game, take out of this season. You got some younger guys who got plenty of experience, plenty of playing time. That's going to bode well for the future. But at the same time, there were some winnable games here, some games where they made mistakes and cost themselves. And that's been the story all season long.
Yeah, well, we'll find out Michigan's bowl opponent here in a little bit, but we'll have more coverage for the Ohio State game here on MLive later.